Hello, this is Mrs. Pollard, and I hope everyone is doing well. I hope that you enjoyed a restful, relaxing, and fun Memorial Day. But now, it is definitely back to work. So as we begin this module, or this week's work, I wanted to ensure that you were clear on a couple of things. I don't know why my computer is doing that. The two most important places probably in your course they're going to be found under the course content tab. Those are your syllabus and semester schedule, as well as your learning modules. Of course, in your learning modules, that's where you find your work. If you look at your semester schedule, it will help you. For modules 1 and 2, they were to be covered the first week. For the second week, we're actually in module 3, where we'll be covering chapters 2 and 3. You see your assignments here, and you see your due dates all on the right side. It's very important that you keep up with this, and if there are ever any changes, I will make note of those changes, and I'd like to also send out a communication, usually via the announcements. And the announcements can always be found over here, where you will probably find this recording. Along with that, for this week, in Module 3, you'll see what your assignments are. You have question number 20 from Chapter 2 and question number 23 from Chapter 3. You have your Chapter 2 and 3 discussion forum, in which this week we're going to look at Hamilton and Jefferson, and I hope you can find a parallel between their argument way back in the day and whether or not that argument still persists today. It's really important that whatever opinion that you decide to go with, that you cite your source. And what I mean by that, the idea that you have in your head, the opinion that you come up with, means nothing if it's not credible. And it's only credible if you can tell me where you got it. It's fine to have your own opinion, but your opinion should be based on some type of fact, particularly in this classroom, because that's what is known as being scholarly. So be sure to include your citation. I will take off if you do not use that going forward. I have not graded your first discussion yet from last week, Chapter 1. I will not take off, or I will not take off as much as I will going forward. So please be careful and mindful of that. That's your homework assignment. These are your homework assignments for this week. That will be the homework assignments, that will be your discussion, and that will be your top chapters 2 and 3 quiz. And to answer a question about the quiz, I got a couple of emails from one particular student who wanted to be able to see their quiz. Typically, you're able to see your quiz one day after, or the day after the quiz has become disabled. And so there's usually a little bit of delay. So where your quiz is disabled on Friday, you should typically be able to see it the day after it becomes disabled. So that's Saturday, but sometimes it's Sunday. If you can't see it by Monday, please let me know. I do not give you the answers. I had someone send me an email stating that is how students learn. That is not how students learn. Students learn when they probe. Students learn when they're able to come up with the information and the knowledge based on their reading. They have read, and now they can show that they can comprehend. So it's very important that you go back. If you miss something, go back and find that. If you're still having problems, then send me an email on that specific question and we can go over it. I don't have a problem with that at all, because you will find typically you may see those questions again. Now, if I gave you the questions, then I'm going to give you all new questions on your midterm and final. And my previous students have found it made a whole lot more sense to just go back and study and find those answers and then use that going forward. So if you have any questions about that, please feel free to come to me with that. I think that is all that I wanted to go over with you. One other thing, your syllabus. The syllabus contains a lot of information. Something that's really important is this area here called evaluation. It allows you to see how what you do in the class is evaluated and how it's weighted. And as you can see, most significantly, the weight comes from your tests. But I'm preparing you for your tests with your quizzes. You have your homework assignments to help reinforce your learning as well as your discussion, so you can make it you can make it alive, you can make it applicable. So that is all that I wanted to say to you this week. I hope you have a great week. I truly hope you enjoy your learning. And I enjoyed reading your introductions, by the way. Thank you all for submitting those. And I hope that you have a great week. So we'll chat soon. Take care.